It's severe weather season, which for Australia means cyclones, bushfires, floods and storms. Always know what's heading your way with our expert forecast and live coverage when you need it. Sky News Weather, channel 603 or online at skyweather.com.au.
It's all about the heat in the southeast. Thanks for your company early this Saturday morning on Sky News Weather. Well, we had a drastic cool change moving over southern Australia on Friday, and before it we did see our hottest weather in years for places like Melbourne. The city just went through their hottest day in 3 years. Take a look at Avalon. You got to 46 degrees, and in the north where we've been enduring a heat wave, 46.4 degrees for parts of Victoria. Out of control bushfires on Friday, thick smoke blanketing Hobart, and today all eyes are on New South Wales because we have a very hot, stormy day ahead for parts of the country. First, we're going to kickstart with what we're seeing right now in terms of temperatures. Take note of Sydney, 23 degrees, a very sweaty night indeed, and all of us here at Sky News Weather can vouch for that. Little to no sleep for much of the eastern inland because it has been sticky. It's east versus south at the moment. Canberra sitting on 24 degrees versus Hobart, which is sitting on 15.5. What a difference a day makes in terms of the weather at the moment across the southeast of the country. Alice Springs, you're in for another scorcher. You're sitting on 30.7. Now, all eyes were on Victoria yesterday and also Tasmania. We had out-of-control bushfires burning. This Rosedale fire was upgraded to an emergency warning once again at around 10:30 p.m. local time on Friday before it was downgraded in the early hours of this morning to a watch and act. Right now, winds are at around 11 kilometres per hour. Temperatures have distinctly dropped down to around 16.4, and the humidity is still very high, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the fire threat across the southeast because we now have a gusty cool change continuing to move through New South Wales. The change has just hit the south coast. Take a look at that blue shading, a very different scenario to what we did see this time yesterday, where the whole state was basically blanketed in orange shading, indicating temperatures above 25 degrees. It is warm right now. We have gusty winds increasing ahead of our decaying cold front, which will drive in a cool change to the New South Wales coastline. And that change we are predicting here at Sky News Weather will be a southerly buster. Very high fire danger has been forecast through parts of New South Wales. Not a good fire weather day for New South Wales because there are a lot of bushfires burning. With the wind change, it won't be a good scenario at all. We still have very high fire danger forecast for the north of Victoria and for parts of South Australia, and bushfires burning in these regions can be difficult to control and hard to predict. The fire weather has drastically been downgraded in the last 24 hours for Tasmania, just high and low to moderate. In terms of the forecast rainfall, all eyes will be on New South Wales this afternoon. Severe thunderstorms are a threat. We've had a revised forecast in New South Wales. The storm threat looking worse and more humid and muggy. Of course, with the moist, unstable atmosphere, very hot weather, the trough as our trigger, which is that white dash line there. Severe thunderstorms are a high risk now for places like Sydney, Wollongong and Canberra. We aren't ruling out the risk of heavy rainfall and damaging winds. Stick with us here on Sky News Weather. We're continuing to track the change. We have all your latest weather details.
Well, I'm going to go for a drive into Canberra shortly, so who knows what I might see in the world of weather. But speaking of weather, the next tropical cyclone to be named by the Indonesian Meteorological Agency will be Lili, and the next tropical cyclone to be named by the Australian BOM, the Bureau of Meteorology, will be Riley.